Tony Stark Iron Man issue 10 sees Jocasta return to Stark Unlimited and learn about Friday's physical demise, which angers her because people are treating Friday as just another AI. She contacts the medbay for Andy, who knocked out Bethany and is building the override device to block Controller's signal. Signaling Rose and Janet, Jocasta learns that they are still fighting the very big and very angry Controller alongside Gauntlet and Banetronics, but they need more backup as Controller continues to grow. Sunset contacts Jocasta and wants access to the secure escape files to help purge the network of the Controller, so Jocasta gives it to her, and unbeknownst to Jocasta, Arno Stark now has access as well, and uses the control to access the escape securities. Machine Man contacts Jocasta and tells them Tony is with him and Amanda, but things in escape are getting worse as Tony is now in an existential crisis, and Motherboard is trying to recontrol him. Tony breaks free, however, saying that he will not be controlled by anyone and is impressed Controller hacked Motherboard, but it didn't work. Aaron says that Basil didn't hack Motherboard and he's just circumventing her programming, much like how he did to Motherboard in order to remain undetected. The Howard Stark program, however, can see him and morphs into the Security admin bot, attacking Machine Man as Motherboard says she just wants her boy's life to be perfect, changing everything into the Knights of the Round Table, Tony's favourite story when he was a child. The now armoured Tony tells her to stop, since he's not a child anymore. Amanda wonders why Motherboard doesn't try and destroy them as Machine Man is ripped apart by the giant security bot. Motherboard suddenly jumps them into a space-themed world, but Tony continues to tell her to stop since it isn't right, as back in the real world people are dying and it's his fault and he needs to stop Controller and all of this insanity. Motherboard knows that Tony is stressed, so again shifts the world, turning him into a little boy, free from the responsibilities of an adult and knowing who Amanda is. The destroyed Machine Man, meanwhile, manages to get the message back to Jocasta, telling her that he can't leave since he's the only one who can get Tony out of escape. Andy, meanwhile, has finished his device and it works, freeing Bethany from the Controller, and before he can free Amanda, she tells him not to, since she isn't leaving without her son. Coordinating with the heroes around the world, Jocasta broadcasts the override signal around the world, freeing the people as the angry Controller destroys Manticore. Freeing himself from the rubble, Rhodes finds that Banetronics' factory is filled with 3D printing technology that is printing illegal escape interface masks. Sunset waves it off as Controller hacking the production and didn't have any idea about it, but she knows Arno Stark is behind it. But Arno is busy, about to enter escape. Amanda, meanwhile, tries to convince her young son that she is his real mother, but the boy Tony says that they don't have a common past and Amanda isn't his mother, so she can go, forcing her to log out. Motherboard is happy he finally saw the light, but Tony says he doesn't need her since he's Tony Stark, builder of worlds. Arno, meanwhile, learns that the Howard and Maria programs were salvaged by Tony on one of his adventures as Howard turns on his son, but Tony returns to his older self, saying he's never played with toys, he made them and made his ideas into reality and recreated himself in that same way, becoming the invincible Iron Man. Tony blasts away his father before confronting his godlike mother in the Godbuster armor. The Starks fight as Motherboard says that she will remake her son in a better world. Tony says he knows that he isn't her real son and is just the decoy who took the place of her real son, the one she really cared about. Motherboard is surprised he knows about Arno as she is totally obliterated by Tony. Tony is suddenly pulled out of escape and into an empty void, where the head of Machine Man contacts Jocasta to tell her that they got Tony, who talks with Jocasta but soon begins losing breath and suddenly passes out as the remote systems in his suit have gone offline, taking him into deep space where his oxygen has ran out, causing Tony to slowly suffocate and his family to fear that he is dead. Tony Stark Iron Man issue 10 finished up the virtual reality part of the Stark Realities arc with Tony overcoming his virtual mother by remembering who he is at his core. Valerio Chitti's amazing and dynamic art keeps this book looking really crisp and great, and I love all the things having a story set in VR allows the artist to do, putting Tony and others in fun and action-packed situations. Slott uses the characters really well throughout this issue as we enter the final issue of this story. I'm going to give this issue a 9 out of 10.
Hey everyone, thanks for watching my newest video. If you enjoyed it, you might also like to check out my other reviews here on my channel. You can also follow me on various social media platforms like Twitter by searching Matt_FOS, or even join the Comic Multiverse Discord server and chat with other comic book fans, including myself and Joel from Cape Joel. Want cheap comics and trades? Head over to the Book Deposit repository with the link in the description to get the cheapest trades and comics around, along with free shipping anywhere in the world. Until next time, this has been Matt of the Fortress of Solitude. Thank you so much for watching.